everybody. So I just hopped out of the shower and I thought that I would, instead of just doing my hair, that I would make another quick tutorial on how to do another one of the long hairstyles that someone taught me. So I'm just going to get to it. First, I usually do this hairstyle whenever my hair is wet, again, because I have like 1,000 frizzies. But if you don't want to get a shower and you're like, oh, I really think that hairstyle's cute, but I don't have time to get a full-fledged shower, just take like a squirt bottle and wet your hair down before you start. You know, it doesn't have to be sopping wet, just enough that you're not going to have all the little frizzies and stuff. So, I've got 2 of the little scrunchies that I use in my hair. And someone told me that if you use 2, especially for people who have long, thick hair, that if you use 2 of the scrunchies, that it will actually stay in better and it won't fall down on you. And for this particular hairstyle, because we're going to be putting it right on top of our head, we need something that is going to be able to keep it up there. So let's just get started, and we're going to bring all this hair. I'm going to flip my head over, and I'm going to bring all this hair up to a really, really high ponytail. And as I'm doing that, I'll try to show you how I'm looping it in order to get the effect that you're going to want. Okay, so I'm just going to flip my head over and comb it all forward. Ow, got a knot. Just as you're doing this, comb out those knots that it creates whenever you flip your hair over, so that it's not in your way later. Right. Let's bring it up, up, up. Alright, so I'm just trying to now, I've got my hair up where I want it, but I've got to get all these little bumps smoothed out. You do not want bumpy hair. I guess if you want to do it kind of sloppy, you could do the bumpy hair. I did that once. It was cute. But for this particular one, we're going to try to smooth it out best as we can. So, we have, I'm going to take my little comb and just kind of get some of these bigger bumps out. Okay. So now, I'm going to take my first little scrunchie. I'm going to start putting it in. And kind of get these tangles out a little bit here. Alright, I'm going to start putting it in. So I'm going to go through. I'm going to twist. I'm going to twist again. This time, because this is going to be my last time through, I'm only going to go about a little over a third of the way. So I'm only going to pull about that much, maybe about halfway, I guess, through. Okay, so now I have this hair and I have a loop. Actually, I'm going to pull a little bit more. So about halfway. So I'm going to take this and I'll wrap it around this little ponytail holder. But before I do that, I get those frizzies down because nobody wants frizzy hair. So I'm just going to, real quick, the lighting's not so great in here, guys, so forgive me if it doesn't turn out great, but I'm gonna try to do it with this lighting. I usually try to do this in the bathroom, but our bathroom's kind of small. And I wasn't going to try to make a video in there, so anyway. So we're combing this up. You'll notice as I'm doing that, how I'm getting like this little kind of ucky looking spot here. That's not going to matter. Don't worry about that, because what's going to happen is we're going to cover that up with our hairstyle. So back here we need to do the same thing. We're going to spray, 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 spray. And we're going to comb that up, because you do not want little frizzies and little hairs coming down on your neck and ruining the effect of this hairstyle. Okay, so we've gotten that all smoothed up to where, and maybe around the ears you got to do a little more. And we'll do this again at the end, is we will make sure that it's all smooth. Okay, so now we've got our loop. We also have this hair. We're going to wrap this little bit of hair that was left over around the ponytail. And we are going to pin that with one of these smaller pins, bobby pins. We're just going to push and push in to the hair tie so it stays. I'm just going to use one. Okay, so now we have this. Now there's two ways that you can do this. You can either use a second hair tie, and which is probably what I'm going to do today. And you're going to go ahead and make like you're making another ponytail. And you're going to come through, but you're not going to go all the way through on your second time. And you're going to pull that, and then the other little loop that was there, you're going to pull it. That's how I'm doing it today. Now, sometimes I don't use a second ponytail holder, and I just take that loop, which maybe I'll make another video for that, I don't know. And I just take that loop and I just kind of wrap and fluff it and pin. Which is a little bit faster, but this one you can get more height with, I think. Okay, so just pull, a lot of pulling happening. I hope you guys can see it okay. Okay, so we've gotten it pulled a lot, which is great. You want that. And now we're going to take, for people with long, thick hair, use your big bobby pins. And you can also stick in some small bobby pins as needed. Like if you don't want one sticking way out over here, but it needs a little something, you can use those. Just pin it to where you're not going to see right now you can see the hair tie right here. So I'm going to bring this up and kind of over and pin it over there. So I'm going to bring this up, over, and pin back through. So I'm just going to make sure that I am securing it through the hair tie. Now again, I can feel that the hair tie is right here, and I can feel that people are going to see it when looking at the front of my head. So I'm going to bring this loop that's really loose over here. And I'm going to pin that over here. And I'm going to go through my hair tie again, just to make sure that it is nice and secure. Okay, so there's this loop that's kind of just coming down on my head. I don't want that, so I'm going to bring that up and pin it with a small pin right there. And sorry guys, I gotta turn. Like I said, the lighting's not great in here. I'm going to kind of bring this one over too, because it's just kind of laying there funny. Okay. So again, like I said in my other video that I made, I do a lot of pulling. So once you get these bobby pins, like that bobby pin wasn't working for me because it just does not want to stay. It's pushing itself back out, so I got to take it back out and push it back in there, and I went through that hair tie because I guess I didn't catch that like I thought I did. Okay, there, I caught it that time. Alright, so now I'm just going to pull. And I've got a loose little spot back here. So I'm going to pin. And I do a lot of feeling of my hair. It's a lot of, you got to feel your hair to feel it. And then, of course, I always use my mirror at the end to just double check, you know, what it looks like. So, let's see here. Pin one more time, and then I'm going to look at it with the back mirror. You can already tell I'm not liking this side, so I'm going to pull it to make it the same height. You want it to kind of be symmetrical, same height on both sides. Okay, so now I'm going to take a look at the hair, and what I'm going to do is just make sure that I really like the way it's looking. It doesn't matter if it's a little loose, guys, because you're going to spray this sucker and make it, one more spot. I think I need a little something. So you're going to spray this really super good so that, and you're going to lift it as you spray it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that because I'm really liking how this is looking. And see, I have all these little hairs trying to fall down. I hate that. So you got to spray and comb those kind of up gently with your comb. And a lot of times I use this back end and just kind of slide it to lift up. And what I can do then is I can tuck it under my hair, the ball that I made on top of my head. I just tuck it under there. So hairspray like crazy now that you've got what you want. And if you want to, and if it's kind of loose, you can lift it up. As you're doing that, you can just lift it to try to make sure that it stays up, because you don't want flat hair. You want big hair for this hairstyle. And like I said, just push those little baby hairs up. Sorry, I can't see what I'm doing. Push those baby hairs up to the ball on top of your head. And I cover my ears, guys, as I'm spraying around my ears. And sometimes I'll even like bend them in half because I don't like getting hairspray all over my ears. I'm weird about that. Okay, and then this back right here, this is where you're going to get your most problem, is at the very back of your hair when it starts to dry, because those little hairs that couldn't reach the top will start falling down. So really spray the back of your hair extremely, extremely good so that you don't have any problems with that falling later on. And this gives you a nice clean look. I was so happy when my pastor's wife and the ladies at my church did a hair day, and they taught us how to do all kinds of different hairstyles. It was so nice because I didn't really know how to do these things. And so this is one of the hairstyles that I was taught during that, and I hope you guys liked this video, and I will try to do more videos like this in the future. Make sure to subscribe so that you can be a part of this journey.